When we last left our intrepid adventurers. My name's Zach. I am with a little group called the Tinderbox Circus Sideshow.
All right, well, you stick one hand in his open intestines and the other finger into his ear. Cannon, you notice some sort of sound coming from deep inside the cave.
Really trite.
He speaks up and he says, guys, I think it sounds
You mean the
kind
skeletons?
of intriguingly edgy.
Okay, you've just got a lot to learn, kid. All right.
And a hand just reaches out through the light and clocks you. You all hear Oakey yell out as he is grabbed from behind.
No. This crevice is crazy. We walked right into a crazy crevice. Just stuck right in that crazy crevice.
The crazy crevice.
Oh, Mom always said don't stick it in crazy, son.
Get slammed to the ground.
God, it's such a good advice, too. And I never follow it. You know what I mean? I never do.
It's better that you're eating whatever the hell you're eating right now. When you
It's
say
butternut squash, chicken, and almond butter.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
It's quite nice.
Chicken butter or almond butter?
Both.
So what happened?
I'd drink that.
All right.
Oakey got fucked up?
Yeah. Oakey got grabbed from the shoulders from behind and slammed to the ground. He is now on his back.
Come on, Oaks.
It is Cannon's turn.
What can I see? Can I see what... is there, with the torch being on the ground, I guess, with him...
I'll say now that everything is broken out and we're kind of past the surprise round, everybody...
I'm glad that you just get to call it the surprise round. Like, light doesn't function in surprises.
Well, I'm going to say you can adjust for it, because even though the rules would say that I didn't have to do that, it would make the fight a lot more complicated. So I'm going to say that we're going to bend the rules and that you can see around the light.
Like
and
reflect-
your eyes
like-
have adjusted and
like
it's fine now.
Like a refraction, perhaps?
I'm just saying,
Sure.
can I see, like, any of the attackers? Can I see it? Because
Yes.
I know, like...
You can see in the front and the back because you've got dark vision.
Also, you're in the middle. You're right in the center of that meat sandwich.
So you can see in the back, it was definitely a creature just like the one in front that pulled Oakey down. And you're not sure, but you may see another figure shuffling behind that one even.
Well, this is not really my wheelhouse.
And you have absolutely zero room to maneuver. You have Mandark behind you, and you now have Stephen in front of you with a little gap between you where Olric once stood, because Olric charged forward.
So I'm thinking
Left forward heroically.
I'm thinking what needs to really happen here is I should probably not try to attack anything because I'm going to fail miserably. I'm not very strong. And I have people around me, and I have this image in my head of me rolling this and a natural one coming up, and then Zach's already out of the game.
I just got here.
You think you're strong enough to kill him?
I can see his hit points currently. I could probably do it.
Yeah,
You're right, he is a level 1, and the rest of you are level 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm thinking maybe I should do something to help out someone else who is cool.
I'm cool.
Not that cool.
You're right.
I'm thinking that
He's clearly talking about Oakey.
You have a lot of... no, I don't give a shit about Oakey. You've already got... Muskoki? You've already got... You got your 2 attacks every time, so, like, you're good. I think the person that needs some help maybe would be Mandark. Because he'll be up next, right? And he's gonna
Mandarkahaha is next in the order.
He's gonna do some damage. He's a little closer to those ones in the back. He could probably use one of his fancy new spells.
What
Y'all are weird.
how many?
What does it mean if someone's immune to being frightened?
It means that
They can't be frightened.
immune to fear saves.
That doesn't. So that would not be relevant to this.
It's
problem.
probably irrelevant, yeah.
And then temporary hit points suck. Damn it! I don't have anything good, y'all.
Can't you, like, sing a song about how we're gonna win or
It's a
something?
hard life as a bard.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
It's a bard knock life. Or Joe.
Well, there it is. I'm gonna do that. That's my plan.
Your bardic inspiration is going to be a bard knock life.
Knock life for.
Yeah.
You get the stomp and clap going.
Yeah.
to the beat of the strange bad
Instead
music.
of kisses, we get zombies.
All right, so how many
crevices?
Okay, so what's your specific bardic inspiration target going to be?
I want it to be Mandark. And I want Mandark to feel like he's goddamn Merlin of flaming up some zombies right now.
All right.
I'm trying to give him some fucking chutzpah.
So on your turn, Mandark, pick any one thing that you would roll dice for and add another d6 to it. Because you are so
Like your
inspired
damage.
by the Bard Knock life.
Oh my god. So how many
And it is your
zombies are
turn.
these?
Well, you don't know.
I don't know how
But
many.
they're
You could-
right behind you.
I mean, you can
You can see two behind where Oakey is now on the ground, and one of them is pretty much on top of him. And there is at least one ahead, which is currently engaged with Olric.
Yeah, so very inspired. I'm gonna use the scorching ray. I'm gonna shoot these rays of fire at these
Fuck yeah.
zombies.
You know you get 2 of those per day, right?
Is it
Make
two?
sure and keep
I
track
think
of
it's
that.
one.
You only know 1 second level spell, but you can cast 2 second level spells a day.
Oh, well, let me.
So you only know the one,
Well,
but you
I've
can cast 2,
actually
so you
kind
can
of
cast that
fucked
one twice until you know more.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You know, I think this is a good time because I'm really inspired to try out this new spell as well as save my friends from the crushing death
Burn that shit
grips
to the ground. The crushing death grips.
of the zombies. So that's 2d6, and there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah, you could hit 1 on each of them, or Oakey looks to be in a pretty precarious situation, and it looks like he might have hit his head on his way down, too.
Whoops.
So he's definitely in the most trouble, and way closer to you, by the way.
Let's attack that one first. So the meta magic, another thing, I have subtle spell.
You're going to
which
use
means-
meta magic to make it subtle.
so I don't have to say anything.
Not because there's any functional reason for that right now, but just to be fucking cool about it. You don't need no magic words. You just point and click.
Yes.
All right.
pretty cool.
Spend a sorcery point.
Where are those? Oh, okay.
You're just going to have to keep track of them somewhere on your sheet. Make sure you I would mark down that your max is 3 and that your current is now 2. Just like you do with hit points.
Right, okay.
I put mine in my temporary hit point section because I've never once used temporary hit point section. So then there's my max.
Yeah, you'll
So
use
you
your
have that
sorcery
spot
points
too.
way more than temporary hit points.
Yeah, and if you need
Writing issue. All of a sudden.
weird. I wonder what happened there.
Your pencil doesn't write, almost like you covered it in candle wax.
You can share my pencil. Don't stick it in wax though.
Totally
All right,
serious,
so this is the
guys.
part where
It really did,
I roll
actually.
2d6, but I'm inspired, so do I roll 3
Well,
each one?
okay, so you have to roll each one to hit.
All right.
So you're gonna have to roll 3 ranged attacks. So you're gonna do them all against this one zombie dude.
No, I want to go like in those shootout scenes when they like shoot crossed arms.
Okay, so you're going to go
directions.
bullet time and lean back, Matrix style, crossing your arms on top of your chest
Yes.
so that you're pointed in each direction.
Yes,
I think
exactly
that is a
said.
sorcerer point well spent right
Yeah.
there.
All
right.
That looks
All right.
great.
Go ahead and take a shot at the one that is fighting with Olric.
20
Yeah, roll a 20 and add your proficiency bonus and your charisma modifier.
plus 18. 23.
23, that'll hit. Let's go ahead and resolve all the hits before we do all the damage.
Yes, we'll do it again.
So, go ahead and make your attack for the one that is on top of Oakey.
Get it. I'd say 14.
A 14, that'll hit.
Little 9.
JK, yeah.
14.
And roll one more for the one that's in the back.
Little bit.
22.
22. All right. All 3 of your bullet-timed, crossed-armed Matrix gunshot ray of...
Buzzing.
What spell is it?
It is Scorching Ray.
Scorching rays all connect. So let's roll damage.
Scorching Ray Harvest.
Roll damage for the first one. And the dude that's fighting Olric.
I do feel pretty burnt.
And,
so the inspiration is it
pick one of these damages to add your d6 to.
Oh.
So this one, the one that you're rolling damage for first, is already injured. So you might not want to pick that one.
Right. Okay. Well. All right. So this one will just be the 2d6.
It's 2d6 for each ray. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah.
And I rolled 2 goddamn 6s.
All right.
Nice, all right.
Olric, a searing ray of heat and light, unlike anything you've ever seen, comes over your shoulder and connects with this creature.
Damn, that dude must have leveled up.
That lets out the most horrifying, screeching bellow you've ever heard as it is seared in flames and you smell the burning flesh and it's just really awful.
I'm really hungry, y'all.
This is like the worst barbecue I've ever been to, you guys.
But it doesn't go down.
Oh, what?
Go ahead and roll damage.
12 damage didn't take this fucking thing down?
Go ahead and roll damage for the one that is on top of Oakey Shards.
I'm going to guess that
And this one's not injured, right?
This one is not injured.
Really
all right, so that's going to be the triple.
You're going to add your Bardic Inspiration die on this one? Okay. Yep. 3d6.
Let's see if we can roll a 666 here.
Yeah.
4, 4, and 4, so 12 again.
12 again. Damn. Okay. He is blasted back, and he is no longer on top of Oakey. And there's just like a big searing hole in his chest where it blasted through.
Sweet.
And the last one, roll your damage.
Stevens too. Oh, fucking 3.
3 damage.
I blew my load.
2, 1, yeah.
That one like goes by its head, and it takes an ear off.
It wasn't using that ear anyways. Motherfucking Picasso with his
Can I say out loud?
The thing does not seem
Van
much
Gogh!
Wait a Van
Go! Yeah, there it is.
Van got him.
Oh. And Mandarkahaha, take an inspiration for the badass Matrix bullet time layback fucking triple hit heavy damage. That was awesome.
Where's the air horn app when you need it?
All right. And Stephen, it's finally your turn.
All right, I'm no longer in melee range of the one that punched me because Olric jumped, like, leapfrogged me, right?
We never decided specifically where I landed.
Olric is small enough and has a feat that lets him move through other spaces. So I'm going to say that the two of you can share melee space even in this narrow corridor.
Okay, well, that fist that punched me in the face
is now looking real rough.
Hire the hammer!
I'm gonna hit it in the face that's attached to the fist with my hammer.
So you are going to...
I'm gonna do it real fucking hard
hammer
because
smash
I'm
face
very
of this
angry.
Cannibal corpse.
Yes.
Just...
Okay. I'm going... Yes.
I'm glad we
finally got there.
I was there earlier. I got through it, but...
No, we're this is happening.
Oh,
it's maybe...
Oh,
never mind. Yeah. We'll save the cannibal corpse joke.
Yeah, that's... It's gonna be a 7.
7. You swing your hammer in valiant revenge, and it like gets caught on a stalactite, and you just whiff it. It's no good. That'll bring us to...
I'm personally very satisfied, though, that my hammer hits something, because it makes a good noise to me.
It's going to be Oakey's turn, who I am going to make a fear save, because he got grabbed by a zombie in a pitch-black cave from behind when the torch was all the way out in front of him.
I didn't think we were using the Zed word.
In his head?
To the ground.
In his head?
Huh?
In his head?
I mean, we are. Your characters aren't.
In your head?
No, in my head.
Oh, was he grabbed in his head?
He passes his fear save.
Oh, good.
He
got Oakey still here.
Sounds like some football terms.
Gets to his feet.
He passes his fear save.
And he'll take his action to get to his feet without provoking an attack and draw his weapon. And that'll take us back to Olric. God, I hate you guys.
There's been so much Led Zeppelin on this, and I hate Led Zeppelin.
In the time that has passed, I've noticed that there are obviously 2 Z words at the back.
Yeah.
Z words? Is that the new zombie name?
Yeah,
it's the most popular name of
God said earlier we're not saying it.
2018 BC.
I'm just saying your characters have never heard the word zombie before. You should probably come up with a fun name for walking corpses that try to kill you.
I think Z word's better than
yeah.
It's good.
Thanks.
I would say like
Zedward and his brother Zoseph.
We picked Zed totally arbitrarily. We just decided to call them Zedward for no reason.
Because it starts with Z.
Thank you.
God damn it.
So on the section I am, I can see past the Z word. Are there more where I am?
Like forward in the direction that you were progressing, not that you can see.
Okay. I'm going to use my knowledge of the big meat stick, who looks like he's in pretty decent shape. And the fact that there are 2 down there. And I'm going to think that maybe I need to be down there. Seems reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm clearly doing great.
You got a broken nose and you missed the shot with a hammer. So.
Yeah.
He's got a broken nose. He's bloodied. Probably a black eye.
You need me here, I go there.
I'm going to hit this motherfucker so goddamn hard.
All right.
Maybe.
If I don't die before.
Unless you roll another 2.
It's very possible. These are untested dice.
Well, now I don't know what to do. I feel like I don't want to leave you behind and then you get hurt.
If you leave this one, you'll have to use an action to disengage.
Oh, I know.
Or provoke an attack.
So if there's one Stephen on one set of tracks and there's Oakey and Mandarkahaha
and they're heading at each other at 5 miles per hour, when will they meet?
Pancakes, because the doghouse is purple.
No, fair enough.
Also, I did see your guts out earlier.
Coffee shop experts.
You have seen his intestines.
All right, I whacked the one in front.
Were they pretty intestines? How'd they look?
About a little redder than your smock.
I got my finger up in there.
That's weird. That's just weird.
I didn't wash it off either.
I'm trying to swipe with my sword this Z word. So I'm going to do that.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Good luck.
I hit him. I mean, unless 19 doesn't hit him anymore.
Yes, okay. 19 hits him.
I thought it would. I was guessing that it would.
I kind of like that system, though. Like, it's just random numbers that hit. Like, 7 will hit. So will 14. 18, right out. Yeah. 12's no good.
More or less
shame you got a natural 20 there, because...
I feel like that's realistic. Like, maybe he's a little less on his shit after getting whacked in the face, or
5
maybe
damage.
He's a little more.
5 damage.
Alright, this motherfucker's taking like well over 20 damage.
No, this guy goes down hard. He's done. He had 1 left.
Oh, great. I blast him with Rays of Fire, and you, lick him, and he falls over.
All right.
You take his head cleanly off.
Got into the cheese
with your sword.
texture.
Okay.
It's more about the texture than it's about the taste, really.
The ray blasted it down to your level, and then you just easily took its head off.
They call me Zedward Ricotta. I'm writing that down as a fake name for later.
It's a good alias for later. Zedward Ricotta.
Okay. Now that he's down and the way looks clear, I'm gonna turn back to my friend Stephen the Meat Shield, and I'm like, duck again.
Okay, I duck again.
You're already attacked.
I know.
You don't get to use your follow-up now.
I'm not attacking anything.
Okay.
Just calm your tits, Eric. Let me be heroic.
My tits were a little excited, but they're chilling out.
Calm your tits. I use one of my key points for Step of the Wind. My jump is doubled, and I fly through the air like some crouching tiger, hidden dragon motherfucker, even though it's only 8 feet of clearance because I'm really small.
For you, yeah.
Where is there a dragon? Sorry.
How far would your jump be normally if it's now doubled?
I don't know how to know that.
Someone want to look up in the Wikipedia app jumping distances?
What I'm understanding here is that you can jump up to you can jump as part of your movement action. You can't
Sure.
It's not
but
super
how far
clear.
Can you jump?
It's not super clear at all. So
you have a phone in your hand. You could have made up a number.
I could have, but I've been drinking moonshine for like 2 hours now.
Make up a new number, Zach.
We'll say
We'll say
it's a third of your movement.
Sure.
So
make up a number.
I was gonna make up a roll and like make this like way more complicated.
If it's a third of my movement, it's 12
which is
feet.
now
I can
doubled.
jump 24 feet.
You can now jump 24 feet.
That's
which I'm going to say, I'm going to say is just enough to make it to the other end of the fray where Oakey is.
I was thinking make up a number like 30-teen.
11-2.
Yeah, exactly.
30-teen is exactly how many I can jump, and I jumped it really gracefully. Also, again, this is some crouching tiger, hidden dragon shit. I want you guys to be aware of that.
So it's like a really slow jump, but you're in like a cool pose.
It's really pretty, yeah.
Because it can't be an arc like this because there's
a ceiling, yeah.
I didn't know that was right. Off of you.
Right. I'm trying to think of you're already up there. You're
so Mandarkahaha did the Matrix move. You did the crouching tiger, hidden dragon move. Anybody else have any like major breakout 1999 year 2000 action movies that they want to do moves from?
Usual Suspects move.
No.
My name is actually Zedward Ricotta.
I tried to do the way of the gun move, but I have a hammer and I'm in a cave and I suck.
I don't know. I was thinking like canon retcon is like they keep getting older. I stay the
same age.
God, he would too.
I think canon retcon's more of the I've got 2 guns, 1 for each of you.
I like it.
Good.
I'm always happy for any Tombstone reference.
So Olric,
Val Kilmer in Tombstone is canon retcon now, and that's canon retcon.
Is Val Kilmer in Tombstone, which is canon
retcon.
Suddenly, I'm questioning my sexuality. I didn't even know I had.
Was
Ulrich says that out
loud. While jumping. Suddenly I'm questioning my sexuality.
Now that I see it from
it's like a slow, graceful crouching tiger, hidden dragon jump. So we like get like a snap cut to a close up.
Except
and it's just like the slow.
With a green screen.
Probably land on my hands and roll to stand would be my guess.
Sure.
Yeah, because I imagine that in order for the jump to work, I had to like springboard off of Stefan. And then, like, moving forward like that.
All right.
And then land, roll.
So you're
it's
in like
very
a handstand?
parkour.
So you pop back out on the other side with Oakey. And now you're there.
La Rouge. Stefan La Rouge, you want to fight this fromage man?
And because you just jumped to that side...
I know.
You're going to get attacked.
Thought I might.
Zedward swings and misses.
What?
The other
Zedward's dead. This is
Zed's dead, baby.
This is Zed's dead. This is chunky fromage.
Oh, can it be Squidward instead of Zedward?
We've got Zedward and we've got chunky fromage.
How about Zoidberg?
Zombie.
Why not Zoidberg?
And the other one's Zoidberg.
Sure.
From Futurama.
Why not Zedward?
Anyway, that one misses, and then Zoidberg charges from behind and tries to get at Olric as well, except can't get around the other zombie, but tries to because
that's really
they're rotting
adorable.
corpses and they're dumb.
It's his.
But he's kind of pushing on the other one, and it's not
like
helping either of their cases. And then
I didn't know why you were just holding this D6 at me. I was like, okay.
Cannon, it's your turn.
Well, okay, so I've got, between myself and Le Chunky Romance, I've got
Oakey and Olric and Mandark are all between you and them.
I can't do shit, really. With
you weren't doing shit anyway.
Well,
you say I'm stuck in the middle of you?
I have a bow, so I have a short bow. I could technically shoot, but I'm real worried about my ability to do
Don't
that.
do that.
Because there's a bunch of you in the way. And
I'm short. Don't shoot the short bow at the
y'all are
short
short,
person.
but it's... Oh, I don't really care about Oakey, though. That's another question I have to ask.
Really don't do that.
It's going to be pretty funny if I shoot Oakey.
Maybe roll a wisdom to see if you think that's actually going to be a good decision.
What good is Oakey?
I rolled an 18. I think it's a great idea.
You're feeling very wise.
All right, I'm going to shoot an arrow. I'm going to shoot an arrow at Le Chunky Fromage.
Okay.
With my short bow, which I have to look on here and see what it does, what it do. Because I didn't organize this in any way that is even remotely.
Your ranged attack modifier will be assuming that you're proficient with short bows.
I am.
It'll be your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier.
Ooh. Okay, so +3, +1 on the attack bonus, so +3.
Queso.
On my short bow. Here we go, y'all. Let's hope I don't shoot an... Oh, boy. That's an 18.
18? Yeah. You hit Le Chunky Fromage.
Chunky Fromage.
Roll damage.
Here we go. I have a little +1 here. A little +1. I got 2.
2 damage. That arrow sticks right in its neck. You can't tell if it hurt it or not, but there's sure an arrow sticking out of its neck right now. That would kill most things,
I
but
would like
to
physically pat myself on the back. I'm going to roll dexterity to do that.
I like how you're proud of yourself because
that's an 8, so I didn't do a good job patting myself on the back.
It was more like a...
I'm like...
I like that you're proud of yourself because that should have killed it. The actual results don't matter. It should have done something.
That's completely in line with my character.
Whose line is it anyways?
Honestly,
the points
if it
don't
hit
matter.
Oakey, I'd be like, killed something.
Barbecue.
All right, Mandarkahaha.
Uh-oh.
You've got one of these shambling corpse monster things that looks pretty banged up, and then one behind it that you're pretty sure has not been touched yet.
Oh, man.
It's untouched, Luke. It's a virgin just for you.
That is real creepy.
Incel tears, baby.
The virgin deep in the mouth of the crevice.
The top hole.
The top hole, the north hole in the ground, mouth crevice.
Correct answer.
Little rosy cheeks start happening.
I like that you're embarrassed over your highly sexual thoughts about zombies. This is character insight that we were looking for right now.
Mandark is making terrible sexual jokes in his own head and getting outwardly embarrassed about it.
Kind of like scuff some dirt up, like you're just nervously like prodding your feet in the ground.
Having one of those moments like, oh fuck, if people can actually read my thoughts, that's a really bad time for it.
looking around at people like,
in my head, it's very, very loud. What's going on? No,
you're not sure. Maybe you said it out loud. But...
No, I mean, there's full blown. It's all happening. But
all of this chaos is happening in a tight space, so it's real noisy.
Rare, really noisy internally. But is it happening outside? I don't know. No, I have no idea.
That's not good.
I have no idea if I'm talking or not.
Roll a 1. You're completely detached from what you're thinking and saying. It's all the same thing.
Did you roll a 1 on that? Okay, the rest of you roll perception.
12.
16.
19.
19. Ulric, you and you alone hear Mandark through the fray saying some really nasty shit about this cave and these zombies, like it's supposed to be a joke. But then you see him shilly looking around, like maybe he's not sure if he actually said that or not. You notice the whole thing.
Good. That's gonna be good.
Mandark, all of that was a free action. So would you like to do anything else with your turn?
How far am I?
You're about 8 feet.
Well, I have a crossbow and I have a quarterstaff.
Well, you can
crossbow it.
You can crossbow without disadvantage, just a regular crossbow attack.
And that has a attack bonus.
If you crit fail,
more.
there's a strong chance of hitting one of your allies. But that's always a risk when you're shooting into a fray.
Dude, hitting anything is better.
I didn't care when I did it, right? So
all right, so let's shoot more arrows into the fray of this 4 foot wide cave passage. It'll be great.
I'm not saying fuck them, but fuck them.
I mean, butt fuck them. Yeah, exactly.
The South Hole.
Okay. Oh, we're in the North Hole.
South Hole.
South Hole, those motherfuckers.
All right. So,
dude, if you can split my arrow in half like Robin Hood style, that'd be so sick.
Robin Hood Men in Tights style.
Okay, which way is he facing? Is the arrow away Or
it's like at an angle,
like to me, like it's like
yeah.
this.
That's really fair.
There's no way I could do it if he doesn't turn his head.
You should probably just roll your attack for your crossbow.
Okay, but what about minor illusion to make him turn his head to then aim forward to split the arrow straight down the center? Bullseye into the bullseye, right?
You can't do minor illusion and make an attack in the same turn. They're both full actions.
What you could do is do minor illusion, though, to make it seem like there were several zombies in the hallway, thereby making it much harder for any of us to do anything.
That's not a minor illusion. That's a major...
Okay.
What if they looked really shitty?
What is the zombie scared
like
of?
8 bits. It's Doom. It's just like...
Zedward, we're not...
Zedward. What is
this is Chunky the Fromage.
What is Zedward scared of? Because maybe I could...
Zedward's dead. Zed is dead.
Okay, Squidward.
No,
Zoidberg.
this is
Which one?
Chunky...
There's Zoidberg and Le Chunky Fromage.
There's Chunky Fromage and Queso.
And Queso.
Okay, so what's he scared of?
Queso Zoidberg Smith. The second.
You have
Junior.
absolutely no idea what a animated corpse could possibly be afraid of. You didn't know that corpses
Taxes,
could
am
be
I
join us on Patreon.
His phone rings and he's getting audited by his creditor.
Can you please make... Well, how much does it... Like, if you rolled a nat 20 on that and use an inspiration, is there a way that could happen that the zombie now has a phone and gets a phone call this being audited?
As a minor illusion.
This is your creditor. We're auditing you for 12,000 years of unpaid taxes.
Tell you what, if you burn the inspiration up front, so it's gone whether it succeeds or fails no matter what, and you can roll a nat 20 on one roll, I'll give it to you.
Okay, what happens if it doesn't work, though?
Then nothing happens and
happens.
you've wasted your turn. And an inspiration point.
The inspiration, it's fine. I have 7.
You have 7 inspiration?
Yeah, remember how you
Good
gave him like
Lord.
1 million inspiration last time?
I was feeling inspired.
He was very inspiring. We just shoot your crossbow.
I just think he
Just shoot
hasn't
your
used
crossbow.
any yet.
Let's just get through this fight, you guys.
Just shoot your crossbow.
Auditing the undead is kind of useless anyways.
Now that is an economics podcast.
Auditing the undead.
This is a discussion that's best saved around the campfire of victory, my friends.
Campfire.
What if I had audited that undead creature, guys?
As a vampire, I have a lot to say. This is garbage. Let's just shoot this thing.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot the thing.
Yeah, roll your
Okay.
range attack across.
It hits, okay.
10. That'll hit. Zombies have exceptionally low AC.
Being
Sweet.
undead and all, I'm not particularly fast or
Alive.
Armor.
Oh, like
But not particularly dead either.
Wait, are the zombies naked?
What are they wearing?
They're naked.
How
Cool.
did this conversation not come up earlier?
What do they look like?
Roll your damage.
Oh,
D8 for damage.
date.
You got a date with damage, brother.
Brother, roll a 4.
Okay, no, fuck it, that's good on an 8.
Yeah,
You don't.
Exactly average.
You definitely don't split Cannon's arrow, but it now has an arrow and a crossbow bolt sticking out of its neck.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna give this
and
thing a whole like necklace.
Probably take a really good
it
picture.
definitely
right now.
seems to be slowing down a little bit as we move on to Stephen.
All right, so I can't just like angrily shove everyone out of my way to get to these
I
zombies.
was trying to leave you the zombie, but then I was scared.
I will let you. You're starting with 1 inspiration, and I will let you spend that 1 inspiration to do that.
Okay, I am going to angrily shove, like by the head, shove everyone out of my way to get to the closest zombie, which I assume is Chunky de Fromage.
Yes.
And
Le Chonque de Framant.
La Chunky de Fromage. And I'm going to smack Chunky. I'm going to attempt to smack Chunky in the face
Chunky ball.
with my hammer, and that is going to be a 12.
The hammer smashed face.
The hammer smashed the face for 9 damage.
The entire head of Choqué de Fromage explodes. And a cheesy, goopy explosion of
I'm
brutality.
going to take my bonus action.
Oh, shit.
And use my second wind to heal myself for 3 damage, but that's
nice.
better than nothing.
3 undamage.
And then I'm going to have a creepy smile on my face because I killed something with my hammer, and I'm kind of into that. It's a very unsettling smile that, there's not a lot of blinking happening.
Mandark notices and just kind of...
Yeah, Mandark's already said enough tonight.
Doesn't say anything.
Mandark's like, hey, you into this?
But Mandark notices.
Mandark notices.
Guys, dude, we just killed a monster.
And we are back to the top of the order, and it is Olric's turn.
I'm gonna slice the cheese.
The shame on your face as you said it made it so much more worthwhile, really.
I started without intention, and then I realized that there was only one way to go from here.
All right, roll your attack.
Where do you go from here?
You're now sharing a space with Stephen again. Stephen Olric crawls between your legs, thrusting a sword forward.
Whoa.
I like that image. That's exactly how it happens. You are
just thrusting in the crevice.
19 still hitting.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yes.
Somebody give me a better rolling D6 than the D6.
I'll roll a 6 on that one.
I'll take 7 damage.
7 damage.
Uh-huh.
Your sword sinks into its leg, and it's pretty fine.
Okay.
It's definitely still standing. It wasn't hurt yet.
I'm gonna punch it in the groin with my martial arts.
Can you headbutt it?
Can you short punch it though?
Yes, I can.
Like a 4-inch punch?
That joke is
I
fine.
hit it with an 18. Damage of 7 more damage with my head to his groin.
Damn, so your head butting him in the groin was as damaging
as my sword, yeah.
And
some things carry over into death, and it just really sucks to take a shot in the groin.
So you crossbow in the neck and they don't die, but you dickbow and then they die.
It's almost as if some types of damage don't impact some creatures as much as other types of damage.
Have you ever thought that maybe there were the gods were like?
I have.
That must be crazy.
I have often thought that.
All right, he's going to attack back at you, Olric.
Good, bring him on, man.
And he's going to miss. And it's Cannon's turn.
I do this where I hold my hand out in front of me and wiggle my fingers.
And wiggle the finger like a little horn, like a little turkey horn, like you're sucking a turkey's head and it's blowing out the feathers.
Yes, like that. Except if I would be blowing the Nope. I didn't say that.
All right, so I'm gonna get a really fancy stance on. All right. Have I reloaded my... Oh, I have a short bow. I don't have to reload that.
Right.
I technically reload that, but it's not a crossbow.
It's a free action to load.
So I'm gonna reload my little short bow, and I'm gonna get a fancy stance, and I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look at this little queso and be like, "Hey, queso, prepare to be smoked real Gouda."
Ugh.
Will you do that one more time?
Attack.
I think I just lost another hit point.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 7.
7 total?
Yeah.
You missed.
That was a lot of work for a 7.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my bow out. I'm gonna extend. I'm like, "Hey, queso, prepare to get smoked real Gouda," and then I'm put it back and be like, "That was good enough." That was good.
Oh no, you fired.
Into the fucking ground.
And the arrow ricochets off the ceiling harmlessly. Nobody dies. Mandarkahaha!
Uh-oh.
You gonna try and finish off queso for us, or you can do something else?
Alright, so I have a hunting trap and a hunting trophy.
Those aren't gonna help you.
Those aren't going to help you, I don't think.
Not even a little bit.
You sure?
Yeah.
And I have an old telephone.
You can try and set up
and
the
a very
hunting
nice
trap.
pair of pants.
I got 13 silver and a dead kid's cardigan.
You do have the dead kid's cardigan.
And 18 shells from a 30-06.
I still got my own right canine in my possession.
You have your own tooth.
No, you don't. You pushed it into somebody's eye.
Oh, did I? Oh
Yeah,
my
you
god,
did.
I forgot. What a good use of that. Thanks, Frisbee.
I think that I'm probably just going to shoot him with my crossbow.
You know what else you have available to you to shoot him with?
No.
Their missiles and their magic.
Magic missiles.
You can do 4 first-level spells a day now.
That's true.
I think that I'm going to use a magic missile.
Good call.
Oh, little birdie told me.
Roll 3d4 plus 1 each damage.
No whammies.
1, 3, 3. Right?
Yeah.
1, 3, and 3. So that's 10.
Yeah, 10.
You all see this shambling corpse monster look like it just gets impacted with these invisible objects. You're not quite sure, but it crumples to the ground and does not get back up. We are out of initiative.
Stick your chips in it, boys. That queso is done.
How long? How long have you been waiting?
I haven't. I actually, that one actually came to me. The other one didn't. The whole thing about the smoke Gouda. I was thinking about cheese for a hot minute trying to come up with a good pun. That was the
Hot
best
cheese.
I got.
I'm smoking Gouda, bitch.
And so concludes the moonshine-filled debacle of our first session with our first special guest, Mr. Zach Crouch. That's Captain Darren Von Awesome of the Tinderbox Circus Sideshow. He's Weirdo in Chief on Instagram. Find him. You can see him and the Tinderbox Circus Sideshow performing across the country pretty much year-round. Find them at tinderboxcircussideshow.com for full list of dates and details. But right now, folks, it's your DM and accordion player, Eric, here. I want to thank you very, very much for listening to our absurd romp through the crevice. And don't worry, this episode isn't over yet. Coming up next is the initial part of the episode of the next session that we played, because we don't really play episodically, and it usually is super duper easy to put together in editing in some kind of narratively sensical way. So anyway, here's that on SideQuest.
When we last left our intrepid adventurers,
You were all squeezed into a very tight, narrow...
well, not really, because I was out on the other side.
Well, yeah, you were
Where the
flipping
zombies
and
were.
running through it like it was no big deal because you're
so
small
was
and
he.
nimble.
He was
but-
out there too with me. He got through.
Well, no, there was no
We were
like...
on the other end of the...
It all happened within the...
We were at the end
The
of the
thing.
line, but the line is still like in the crevice.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is
you
not
were all
how I-
still in the
Right.
crevice.
That is not how I visualized this at all. Okay.
Well, it's a little
anyways.
different from your perspective because the crevice isn't nearly as restrictive for you.
I will be bound by no crevice. Yeah.
Just haven't met the right crevice.
Maybe that's true. Not looking, ladies. Watch out.
All right.
All my height comes from a third leg, ladies. In case you were wondering.
Oakey has that many hit points left. Oakey's a little scraped up. He got black eye in that fight, but he's otherwise fine.
Black eye missing one tooth in a real cartoon way.
No, he's got
It makes him more attractive,
Does
more
he have
rugged.
does he have the circles going
Yeah.
in his irises? From
Does he have
where
like a
he's-
bird going around his head where he got clocked?
No, but one of you might. What's everybody's status? Can we get an update on everybody's hit points and
I'm fucking
whatnot?
banging, dude. I'm killing it. I'm doing
I'm-
fine.
What's that mean
Flawless.
numerically?
I'm full at 21.
I'm full.
I have 16 of my 19 to 20, depending on how drunk I am, hit points.
Sweet.
Which right now is 20.
On
Keep
a
that buzz
scale
going.
of 1 to 12, I am 10 okay. But I'm also down a second wind.
Okay.
Yeah.
You already burnt your second wind.
Yep.
All right.
I didn't want to die in the first 20 minutes of playing this damn podcast.
I didn't want you to.
Maybe
either.
Steven's missing a tooth.
Baby.
From that fight with the zombies.
Looks good.
It's grown about half back, though. I'm only 2 hit points down. So, like, I've got, like, half the tooth left.
Oh, God, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Then the nerves just exposed.
Uh-huh. It's dangling out.
That happened to me
bit.
once.
Blowing in the breeze.
Guess what? It sucks like you think it might.
All right. Well, you all are in this crevice. There is a torch laying on the ground burning, and you have just fought and hopefully destroyed 3 people that seemed like they were already dead.
Why do you mean hopefully?
Because they were already dead. You don't. They don't seem like they're moving anymore, but they don't seem like they should have been moving in the first place.
I loot the bodies.
You said they were naked.
They were naked and have nothing on them.
I do not loot the bodies. They smell bad.
She didn't say that she looted their pockets. She said she looted the bodies.
Let me go ahead and...
You're checking crevices?
Let me go ahead and step back on that. They smell bad, and I know one of my hands already went into one. I'm not doing that again. No, thank you.
I'm going to pick my torch back up. It's a really good thing that this crevice isn't very moist. Otherwise, my torch could have gone out.
It's reasonably moist, but I mean, it's a big torch.
Okay.
I'd say bigger than average torch.
Do you scale in front of everyone to get back to your torch?
Yeah,
I too will do this.
All right.
I step around Cannon and over Mandark and Olric.
I'm actually just gonna hop on your back as you pass me.
Okay.
Can you fight me off?
Yeah, that's fine. You can just
good deal.
I kind of don't notice very much.
I pat you on the shoulder about it. I pat him on the shoulder about it. Sorry, I struck that.
You should roll the pat on the shoulder.
I'll roll. I struck the table.
As you all
I don't want to roll. This will be the one natural 20 I get this whole game. I'm not rolling for that.
There might be like a bonus, you know?
Just roll a high-low. See if you actually do it.
If you succeed.
I pat you on the shoulder. Yep.
Okay, great. Excellent. My shoulder feels very padded.
Nice.
All
it was
right.
a friendly pat. I'm like, you want a swig of wine, man? Good fighting. Saw you with that axe there. Good fighting.
I'll take a swig of wine.
Hell yeah.
I've had wine before, I'm sure.
Definitely. You and your buddy Oakey, am I right? Getting in there with the wine, and man, I bet you guys get all the ladies.
You look.
Wait, if you're carrying Olric, who's gonna carry Oakey?
What? Okay.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Olric, as you're making that quip, you look back like you're now on Stephen's back, and you look back over your shoulder.
I'm also feeding him from my wineskin with one hand.
Yeah, Olric is now my living beer helmet.
It's all I've ever wanted to be.
Well, as you do that and you make the quip about Oakey, you look back, and Oakey has lit a torch of his own and is just staring silently down at the corpse that you all just fought back to death.
Hey, Oakey.
Bet you Oakey knows that person.
Hey, Oakey, you want a drink, man?
These men were already dead.
Yeah.
They look like they've been dead for weeks.
Well, back when I was studying at the Monastery of Bad Company, they said that dragons always brought creatures back to life to fight for, like, those scaly mans. Remember them? They were dead. But
dragons can't be real, but neither can walking, fighting corpses.
Big world, man. A lot of crevices. How about you have a drink, buddy? Why don't we, here, let me hop down off this guy, and then I go and... I'm gonna give him a flask, though, straight up, because we know Oakey can take it. He has before.
This is the fire wine?
Yeah, man.
He knocks it back hard.
See, in a world as good...
And he's totally fine.
In a world as good that can create fire wine, there's just a lot of ins and a lot of outs, man. You're gonna be fine.
He coughs and hiccups and hands the flask back to you.
I pat him on the back. Do you guys want me to roll for that as well?
Yes.
I mean, it's going to have to be like the lower back, but yeah, it'll be fine.
I'm 3'8". How tall do you think I am?
No, we established before that.
3'8".
I think 3'8" was what we settled on.
It is exactly what we settled on. I'm taller than him. And also, totally can reach the upper back. which I don't pat. Lower back it is.
You just
Lower
slap
back
his
it
ass,
is.
right?
Smack him on the head.
Good game, Oakey.
I smack him on the head. You're doing great, bud. Don't worry about it. And then I'm gonna jaunt back forward through your guys' duck down through legs. And
he takes up his position back at the rear of the marching order, and you all get back into order with Stephen in the front and Oakey in the back. And you march deeper into the crevice.
About the dragons and the Quinn. Nice. Not that you should. Why would you?
Maynard was not paying attention.
No.
Steven just believed
Mandark
you
doing
outright.
this whole time?
Good.
Like, fill us in on what Mandark was doing in the post-fight.
This guy can heal guts.
With,
Oakey. Kind of think, looking at the dead things that are dead again. Thinking about this torch.
Double dead.
Double dead.
Double
It's
down.
on the ground. Now it's up. Looking around. Kind of trying to figure out where to go. You know,
Probably straight.
Like trying to remember which direction they were going before?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know, like when you pick the cat up and you set them down facing the other way, and they just
Straight ahead.
they're lost.
On until morning, my friend.
Well, everybody gets back into file and starts moving in a direction. And you probably just fall in with that, assuming that they're right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Just falling into line.
Right on into
Like
line.
kindergarten.
Leading
where you
us
just kinda line
deeper
up
into
really
the
badly.
moderately moist
Right on.
crevice of the North Hole.
I'm gonna hop back on your back again. I'm liking the
North
the
Hole
view.
Underground.
The red shirt mount that you picked up?
Yeah. I offer you another drink.
I gladly accept.
All right.
Your mount's a little the line isn't as straight as it was before.
Okay.
There are conveniently walls on either side of the crevice for me to bounce off of, I assume.
I figure you're judiciously. You've probably had a glass. And
It's also a cave, so there are a lot of low parts of ceiling that are, and it's by torchlight. It's hard to see. There are stalagmites hanging down, and you crack your head a few times.
A lot of what have yous.
You might actually have to duck a couple times, Olric, now that you're up on somebody's back.
All right, when I do duck, I'm like, hey man, watch where you're going there, buddy. Come on.
I like that there are stalagmites hanging from the ceiling.
Stalactites are the ones hanging from the ceiling. I learned which was which in the second grade, and it's just, I think about it every day since then, so that I keep them straight.
Well, you got
salty about it.
You got your bottom pokies and your topper pokies.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Your Pokemans?
You got your drippers and you got your catchers,
I've always said
That's what they call them in the private clubs.
Drippers and catchers. Is it the newfangled millennial slang term?
For sex. Fucking.
Sex. Okay.
Just got to
now that we've established that it's canon that fucking is a millennial slang term for sex, you all slip through the crevice and out the other side after a couple more minutes of sliding through the crevice.
Right.
You open up into a chamber where it looks like off to your right there is sort of a makeshift door that you can't really see in great detail. It's maybe 20 feet away. And a few feet to the left of that, there's another sort of passageway that opens up in the cave that seems to lead downward. And you can see a faint light coming from it. And you all can now hear that noise from before, that weird, like it's supposed to be music.
It's like post-prog.
Right.
I think something bad has happened here. Something far worse than we thought. I think we've stumbled onto a noise show.
Oh my
god.
That explains the crowd.
I bet the door there leads to the smokers area.
The aggression.
Oh, they were just on ketamine.
I bet that door leads to the smokers area. We can probably scale the fence. No big deal. It'll be fine. We won't
This kind of place has to have a patio, right?
I don't want to take cover for this show.
What we're doing here, just tell them the promoter.
Yeah.
Promoter.
In quotation.
Who promoted this show because
tell me Jimmy, Jimmy from the art space,
I'm gonna hop down from my dude and inspect this door. Door.
All right, you go up to inspect the door, and there is a parchment probably about 11.5 by 17.
So
on this door,
bigger than legal.
9 p.m. $5 cover.
And on this parchment, that it's adhered to this door with something you've never really seen before. It's like it looks like some sort of clear adhesive strips at the corners.
Sure, a little sticky. Okay.
And
if you boil a piece of hide long enough, it kind of loses its color and it is sticky like glue. It's kind of like that, I've noticed.
Okay, so you think maybe it's something like that?
Perhaps a horse's hide.
Yeah.
And
so you're inspecting more of what this thing is instead
horse.
of the parchment itself.
Oh yeah, the parchment. Anyways,
on this parchment, you don't speak any demonic languages of any sort, do you?
No.
Wouldn't think so. Go ahead and roll intelligence.
Great. How about 9?
9? All right. You can't really... You don't really know what it means, but it appears to be like the shape of a heart with 3 runes, maybe, in the center of the heart, but you're not really sure.
Can I take a look at it and see?
I'm gonna pull it off the thing and be like, hey, hand that back to the tall one.
It rips off at the corners.
No! I can frame it now. I mean, I could have bought one from him at the merch booth, but...
I mean, I just take it for free instead, you know? Plus, it's cooler. It was like...
I'll have the demons sign it, though.
Day of show, they're free. It's fine.
I'm like, hey, tall guy. You with the name. Cannon.
Wow, we've hung out for how long now?
This is like Elvish or something. Can you read it?
That's not Elvish, I'm taking it.
It's definitely not Elvish.
I'm just saying,
some kind of demonic
I grew up
language.
With elves, and
Let's see.
looks
but you can roll intelligence.
Elvish to
roll
me.
Intelligence? Would I need anything else would be relevant to that? Like,
if you've got religion, I'll let you do religion.
I didn't do that. Okay, let's roll intelligence. 12.
12? Yeah, you're not really sure, but you think that these aren't like hieroglyphs or something. These are individual letters.
Individual letters?
That would correspond to letters.
It's sort of a heart shape. Is it H-I-M?
You can't tell. Cannon doesn't know. But yes, it is.
I want to take a peek down. Take a peek down the hallway where we could see the light.
All right,
I just want to peek.
You approach the hallway.
I approach it.
While all this is going on, by the way, I'm going to roll for it now. I'm going to be picking that lock to get in the door.
Okay.
Just assuming
is the door
it's
locked?
I'm sure I try it first. Give it a real quiet jiggle.
It is unlocked.
It is unlocked. Never mind. I ain't going to roll
Good
for
lock
that.
picking.
You look
Yeah, what if you fucking locked it?
roll a 1. There are treasure boxes in 3.5 that are unlocked, but if you try to stick something in, they lock automatically for people who don't think to check.
Yeah.
It's really just a way for a DM to kind of fist you a little bit about it. Fist the rogue a little.
I just keep getting this message keeps coming to me when I try this door that I need a star-shaped key.
All right, well, let's first, Stephen, you go to the hallway to the left.
He's one step closer to the edge.
And peek around, and it looks like it slopes down, not such a steep slope that it couldn't be walked, but it slopes down fairly steeply and curves to the left, and you can see a faint light, and you can hear that sound, but you can't really see very far down. And then we go back to Olric, and you open the door.
I didn't say I did that. I'm like...
You check the door, and it cracks open.
I'm like, guys, should we go in the door? Is there a light behind it?
There does not appear to be a light on in the room.
Dudes. I'm whispering. Should we go in the door? I'm pointing now instead of speaking loudly.
Yeah.
We can go in.
I can't understand you, but he's just looking at you as if he doesn't.
Cool, good plan.
I'm kind of like argumentatively pointing down towards the light. I'm not saying anything, but you're pointing, and then I'm pointing the other way, and then just kind of a...
So
I'm looking
disco?
at like nodding.
Yeah, kind of disco-y.
Oh, you want a treat? Yeah, I'm totally good.
Okay, I'm going to kind of open the door a little bit more and peek my eyeballs in.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's dark in there, but you've got
low light vision.
You've got low light vision.
Is low light vision, is dark vision better than
dark vision means you see sort of in grayscale, but you can see in pitch black.
Yeah.
Cool.
Low light vision means if there's a
there
light
has to be
source
some light
anywhere vaguely, you can kind of see okay.
So I can see everything in this room pretty well then.
Well, you're not looking in it though, are you?
I'm not looking. I'm saying in general in this cavern.
In theory, if you were to look in it, you could. But I'm the one.
Well,
looking
I'm
in
probably
it
gonna look at it.
You're in the
I just
middle.
meant in the
Would you just look at it?
in the crevice?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to take a look at it. I think it'd be a lot better if it did.
It'd be a lot
All
better.
right, you take a look at it, and from the torchlight coming through, you can see a few feet into this room. It doesn't look very big. It looks like perhaps a bed chamber.
Like one might assume there might be treasure in this room.
Treasure.
If people commonly keep their treasure in their bedroom,
It's treasure.
treasure.
Yeah, there you go. There's am I seeing anybody in there?
Any body?
Yeah, like bodies, like Skelly-mans or human
Or Zed heads.
words.
You see no corpses, animated or otherwise, or living creatures,
I'm gonna be like,
except maybe a rat
I
that
don't like peeking,
scurries
man.
across the floor
There's
and
a
into a
rat
hole.
in here. He's cool. Like he's chill. We've hung out.
You've been looking in the room, and I've still been kind of like pointing down the hallway, just kind of curiously watching
I'm just gonna
everyone.
like slowly open the door and move
I'm going
my
with
body.
Olric.
And then I just kind of like give a shrug and walk over towards the door.
I'm gonna check this room out.
All right. Well, you all go to check out the bedroom with the
Unlike
poster.
Olric, I'm just gonna brashly walk on in though. Just open the door wide.
I follow shortly behind.
you just
torch
plow right
held in the
past
air.
Ulrich and throw the door open.
Well, when I walk in, I kind of scoot over to the side because I'm being stealthy. I don't know.
There's zero stealth happening.
That's
now.
all right. We're in.
Well-
Now we're in.
All four of you barely really fit in this room. It's not a huge bedroom. But
It's
there
also
is,
not quite warm.
There's a bed and a small desk with an oil lamp on it that is not currently lit.
Okay.
And there's a small, locked chest.
I'm gonna check that chest.
All right. It's a small locked chest
I'm gonna-
at the foot of the bed.
Remember how I'm great at picking locks? You may notice because I wrote down picker of locks from the
Indeed.
last time that I picked a lock successfully. I'm going to go ahead and use that skill that I'm quite good at, you guys.
What do you
very
do to pick a
excited
lock? I'm
to
curious.
watch.
Oh, you
It's-
see, I wrote picker of locks here on my
Which now means
thing
that Ulrich can roll dex to pick
my
locks.
locks. Yes.
It's otherwise
Because
it's
there's no
sleight of
lock.
hand.
Yeah, there's no actual lockpick skill in
Well,
5th edition.
I'm
Because fuck
proficient.
you.
In 3.5 they had pick locks, but
3.5 did a lot of things. right.
well, how about 21 on picking that lock there?
Ooh, yeah, you just pop it
friendo.
right open.
I'm like really good at this.
Dingled that dongle.
I pop that sucker open.
Inside the chest is
$1 million.
a quill pen, a small inkwell,
Ooh.
and a large leather-bound, well, not really large, but just a average-sized leather-bound tome of some sort.
I'm gonna open that up real quick.
You open that up real quick, and it's written in common, and it would appear to be a diary.
See, I told you there would be a narratively sensical ending. Whether or not I lied to you is not the point. I said it. And thanks for sticking with us, y'all. We will be back in another 2 weeks. Don't forget to tell your friends about the show. Tweet at us at SideQuestFTR. And of course, if you would like to support us directly, you can do so at patreon.com/SideQuestFTR. That support means the absolute world to us. We wouldn't be able to keep this thing going already without the few supporters that we have. And the more supporters that we get, the more we will be able to keep this thing on the air and regular, and maybe even get into some more fun, exciting stuff for you. Anywho, that's it for this week. Join us in 2 weeks on SideQuest to find out what's in the diary. And if you are listening to this on its scheduled release date, don't forget that the Ford Theater Reunion has another week of shows in our fall tour before we hunker down for the winter. We're going to be in Carbondale, Illinois tomorrow night, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Grand Rapids, Detroit, Michigan, Cincinnati. Find a full list of dates and details at thefordtheaterreunion.com. And one way or another, we will see you next time on SideQuest.